すぐ窓の外君の名前指でなぞった今は誰と一緒にいるの誰を見つめてるのだろうどれだけ願っても君の隣に立てないのならばきりとった思いを溶かすことができたらいいのに優しい嘘で傷つけて今はほんの少し君の近くにせめて夢の中だけで名前を呼ぶことを許して雨は強く切り裂いてゆくの君とのつながりのすべてを彼に淡くなくなった歯車二度と回ることはない憎もうとするほど愛しい気持ちが触れてるから君への気持ちなど忘れてしまえたならいいのに甘い時で溺れさせて今は本当は分かっているからせめてせめてただ一度だけでも僕の名前をいつの日に過去の想いが消えてなくなっても僕の中の君はずっとあの時の名前を肩から笑っていて今以上にどこか知らない星の下で君が笑顔ならいいんだ伝えられなかったの言葉が今も胸の中もがくのだから唇の形だけでいいわ大好きだったとララララララララララSalulu, kailan meron? Hello, it is I, NullO of RainbowBriĝo projeto. Is sound okay? I've been trying to set everything up to make sure everything's working just fine, so I haven't done much sound, what's the word? Wait, hold on, maybe the background music's a little loud.
It's sound check. So, actually, wait, let me check real quick on my, hold on. There'll probably be an echo real quick. Hello? I can't hear. I think we're fine. Okay, I'm just going to assume we're okay. Maybe I'll lower down the background music just a little bit, just in case. But hello, it's been a very long time. Happy New Year, first of all. This is the first stream of the year. Again, I am NullO of RainbowBriĝo Projecto. I am a soul. Well, I'm a soul in a cosmic journey of creativity, currently in a rabbit bunny form, because it is the year of the rabbit, and I just figured I'd change it up a little bit. So hello, I hope everyone is doing okay, and to you VOD watchers, hello, I see you guys, and I appreciate you all. Hope you enjoy your stay here in Nebula Creation. So, for those who do follow, well, first of all, if anyone's wondering why, hey NullO, why are you not moving all of a sudden? Well, like I said, I've decided to take on a little bunny form today. It might be like that for a bit. Going through a lot of changes, and yeah, so I'm just kind of, I guess for lack of better words, a PNG right now. I have a lot planned for this year, and I guess a little bit of like a side note, I guess I'm currently planning on a new live 2D model kind of thing, for lack of better words, maybe some updates, I'm not sure yet. Everything's a work in progress, so we shall see. And yeah, and just, I guess for lack of better words, like current streaming equipment can only handle so much right now, and I wanted to be sure we are live, and nothing crashes or just abruptly ends all of a sudden. So I just had to make some accommodations or compromises. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So if like my usual setup is not here, if you've ever watched me on Twitch, where I'm usually like trying to keep things a little more interesting, I apologize. This stream, I think the main purpose, I mainly wanted to focus on this stream to kind of like talk about, basically, what I'm about to bring up is, I released a new cover this year, my first cover of this year, on Valentine's Day. If you follow my, the main channel, where I mainly post, a lot of my finished, I don't know to describe it, like, for lack of better words, I guess finished, I don't know, music videos or song covers, because this channel that I'm streaming right now, I guess, I don't know, I've just had the I guess the overall idea of just like posting gameplays, or just kind of be a bit more experimental in the sense. I'm not sure, but yeah, but anyways, I just wanted to stream to kind of talk about a bit of like the whole process and behind the scenes that went into the making of the whole cover project, from the music video, illustration, and the recording and that kind of stuff. Well, maybe not like show recording files, but just kind of like talk about it, because I do love talking about the process of whatever I made is made. But yeah. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the credits. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the credits real quick. Wait, hold on. I think I forgot to add my mic into this scene. Hold on one second. It'll be a little quiet. Okay, can I be heard now? Okay, I forgot to add the mic on this scene. My apologies. I thought I had everything else figured out. Like, it's a learning curve for me. It's okay. Anyways, so just wanted to, well, I did play the music video on, at the beginning of the stream, but also the link to it is in the stream's description. I do need to update some information on that one, like streaming credits, because I did change up my overlays a little bit, so it is a bit different right now. But anyways, I just wanted to... So the song that I covered is called Secret Crush, sung by Rin Kagamine, Vocaloid, and the original song is created by a duo by the name of Pianissimo, and is comprised of two people, Yukita and Wasabi. One of them's the composer, and I believe the other one's the illustrator. They're no longer active, actually. They were active around like the early 2010s, but they were around for a couple years, and I actually have fond memories of this song because it's a song that I've actually been wanting to cover for a very, very long time, like many lifetimes ago as a little kid. Well, a little kid as in like someone in high school or something. I recall in this past life that I ran into the song on YouTube one day because I'm really into Vocaloid, and that has carried over after my whole going through after like life experiences and that lifetime, and now I'm here on I guess what everyone would call space, and I'm just a soul who's gone through many lifetimes, and that love for Vocaloid still carries over here. So yeah, so it was a song I wanted to really sing, and it's been, I guess, long in coming, and I'm just really happy to be able to have done it finally. Granted, it wasn't a perfect process, and I'm still learning, but aren't we all? But yeah, so the song Secret Crush, sung by Rin Kagamine, is sung by Pianissimo. I did link the original song in the description in my cover, but I can always add it into like the description here on this stream too as well. And of course, we have the vocals and harmonies, as in like who sang the vocals and the harmonies. It is me. It is I, NullO of RainbowBriĝo I can't speak. Progetto. Yeah, yes. So I think that's pretty much given. I mean, NullO and then RainbowBriĝo Progetto is all one entity, but that's a whole nother tidbit of lore for another time. So moving on. Wait, I just realized there was no mic in the other one. Wait, 1 second. I just realized. I'm so sorry for everyone who was wondering what's going on. Oh no, the mic. Hold on, wait. Let me set it up real quick. Okay, now everyone can hear me. Oh my god, I was just rambling for the last, how long has it been? And then I did not realize the mic was not set up in this scene. I highly apologize for that. Okay, so wait, let me backtrack a bit. So we were over here, and I was talking about how like the vocals and harmonies, at least for this cover, were all done by me. And so we go back over here, and then the illustration and music videos were done by RainbowBriĝo Progetto, which again I've said before, it is all one entity, NullO, RainbowBriĝo Progetto, all one entity, that's me. So and I was saying earlier, why two names, and I'm like, oh, that's lore tidbit for another time. And then we go to the mix and master, the one that did all the audio magic. I mean, aside from me doing like the recording my vocals and everything. But yeah, mix and master is done by none other than the VTuber Carl Lobster, aka the Lobster Nebula, and I was saying that he's a pretty cool dude and that does singing, and music in general, and also gaming and that kind of stuff, and I was like saying please check him out, he's pretty cool, and especially if you're looking for someone to do some mixing for your own cover projects, or any music project in general, I do highly recommend him, especially if you're if you're starting out as a beginner, I guess, or like still at the beginning of your cover or like singing endeavors. He is a pretty good dude to go to for that stuff. And but yeah, and I was just saying that the funny story is that last year, because I like started following his works last year, and like I swear this man can like sing. I remember because every time I'm like listening to his music works, I'm like, wow, I wonder if he ever will open up mixing commissions. And so 2023 starts, and then he's like, hey guys, I'm opening mixing commissions, and I was like, this is my chance. So I just walked through that open door, and I was like, hello, or can I commission you for this song, blah blah blah. And then the project happened. So yeah. What else? I just lost my train of thought. Let me drink a little bit of cosmic water over here. Okay, alright. Anyways, so yeah, so the mix and master for the audio, like the song cover audio itself, is done by Carl Lobster. Do check him out. He is on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch, and he sings good, really great. He's a great guy. Yeah. Chibi, hello, Chibi Jirachi. Welcome. How are you? I was just going down the credits of like everyone that was behind in the making of the most recent cover I just did, the very first one that I've done for 2023. But yeah, for those who just got here, let me just quickly go back here. Here's like, because I wanted to go back to this scene anyways, because I was gonna mention the instrumentals is originally is the original instrumentals by Pianissimo. There's a lot of vocal aid producers that do provide the instrumentals to their songs so that other people can cover it. So this was an instrumental that was provided. I mentioned earlier, before I realized that my mic was muted, in the other scene, is that I'm probably gonna most likely update the description on this stream, but like if you want to check out like the original music video, song, and source and whatnot, do go to the description of the cover that I posted on the main channel, and all like the credits will be down there for that. Oh nice, yay, congrats on the 2023 release. Yay, thank you. Also, can we just say it's a miracle that so far the live stream is still going strong and there hasn't been an incident of a lag or crash. I'm a knock on nut wood that I manifested right in front of me just for that purpose. Yeah, so far we're doing good. And I've somehow figured out how to set up streaming on YouTube miraculously. So yeah, so these were the credits I wanted to go over. And then also, so for the next scene, which I'll probably we have one more thing for me to show, but before we move on, I'm just gonna say, originally when I was drawing the illustrations, I had like, you know how, for those who use Clip Studio Paint and are familiar with the software, there have a feature where you can basically record the time lapse, and I had that setting on. And then for some reason, after I finished everything, I go back to export the time-lapse video, and then suddenly that setting is off. So originally I was going to just show the time-lapse and kind of go break it down step by step. But instead I'm just gonna show my tablet screen and just kind of try my best to go through it. There's a lot of layers. Haha, that's good. Learning for the success of future live streams. Exactly. Yeah, and then especially since until I can get a better setup, I have to go very basic and not have a lot of moving animated assets, which means I'm gonna be stuck with like a probably stuck with a bit of a still PNG for a bit. I've tried to open up VitoTube Studio for like at least a more reactive PNG, but it sadly did not work, and my current computer just does not like when too many softwares that are open. So that's what I have to work with right now, but that's okay. We all start from somewhere. And I think I'd rather have like a stream that doesn't crash than like a stream that has a lot of fancy things and then it's not working. So yeah, so we're gonna move on. I'm not sure if I set up the mic on the next scene, so if I'm quiet for like a couple seconds, I'm probably putting the mic on, so we're gonna move on to the next scene. Oh, okay, we have the mic here. We're good. Okay, hi, we have my tablet. Can everyone see my tablet? Is everything good? Okay, so we have the image here, right? I don't have the... Actually, wait. I need to open a thing, but let me do this. Hold on. There's one more thing I forgot to open, because there's two variations to the illustration, and I have to show that. I have to show that. Okay, we're good. I got it open. So we got this, which is the illustration you would see at the beginning, and then we have this variation, which is a lot brighter, but if also you look closely at my face, which is like the form I've decided to take on for this cover, I'm crying a little bittersweet happy tears kind of thing, because basically the song Secret Crush is basically about unrequited love, so it's like or unrequited crush. It's the translation basically is around like, you know, like the singer is like, oh, how are you doing? Are you with someone else now? You know, it's kind of like, like, even though I can't be with you, I can't help but still have these feelings for you. So I will just silently, like towards the end, the translation's like, so I'll just silently, say with my lips, I love you. So it's kind of like, something along those lines. I'm not the best at explaining, but it's kind of like, long story short, that's what the basis of the song is. So that's why, if anyone's wondering, oh my god, why is NullO crying but they're smiling, it's that I was trying to convey the story and the meaning of the song with illustration as well. But anyway, so let me see if I still have the I'm gonna don't be surprised if there's way too many layers, because I just like look at all these layers. I'm trying to find the initial sketch that I did, because this wasn't originally the sketch that I started off with. So I'm just gonna hide a bunch of stuff here. Let's see. No, not like that. What did I do? Oh no, I put like a layer into something, and I'm like, what am I doing? Wait, okay, so that's one layer. I'm just gonna slowly just hide everything. Oh, that's just the outline. Yeah, I'm very prepared for this, aren't I? True artist equals many layers. Honestly, yeah. Definitely. Let's see. I'm trying. Did I delete it? Hopefully I didn't delete it. Now I'll be a little sad, because I wanted to show you guys my initial sketch. If not, I'll probably try to recreate it, honestly. But okay, I can't. I'm gonna do this. I'm a little shy. I'm getting a little shy here. By the way, for those who listened to the cover, what did you guys think? it was this like the first time you guys heard of Secret Crush? Because this song has been around since like the early 2010s, so I'm just really curious because I was like, who else knows this song? It's a song I really like, but part of me is like, you know, it's probably not a song a lot of people know about, but again, I'm just curious. Okay, I can't seem to find the initial sketch here for some reason. I think I probably deleted it, which it's kind of sad. Wait. Oh, wait, I found a layer with a sketch. Hold on, I'm just gonna... Wait, I think things are hidden within this folder. Hold on. Okay. Oh, wait, I found it. Cool. Alright, let me just organize myself over here. Okay, I found it. I finally found it. It was just like really hidden. But yeah, so can you guys see? Wait, are you guys see? Okay, alright. Sorry, I was like looking over on like my other screen to make sure the stream's going good. Everything's good so far. Definitely my first time hearing the song, and I'm sad I missed it. It's a nice melancholy melody, and I really enjoyed your take on it. Oh, thank you. It does have that melancholy feeling to it. So yeah, I do highly agree, and I think it is what is intentional. It was intentionally done that way too, by the producers, or composer, composer pianissimo for sure. So, and to getting to like the initial sketch right here, initially I was gonna go for like a recreation of some kind of like the original illustration, just because it's kind of like my whole mentality when it comes to making covers or just any projects that are like that, is to deliver something familiar yet new. So something that is like somewhat people will recognize, but it feels fresh, brand new at the same time. So you know, I just wanted to, let me see, can I draw on this? Oh, I'm gonna create a new layer here, draw here. So I wanted to like, I'm just gonna change up my pencil here. Pencil size. Okay. Cool. Actually, let me change the color. No, let me change the color. There we go. So that everyone can see better. You know what? We'll do a completely different color somehow. Green, we'll do green. Can everyone see green? Actually, I don't know if colorblind people... Wait, can colorblind people see green? Hold on, I'll do a different color just in case. Here. No. You know what? We'll go with standard black. And then we'll just adjust the... There we go. Okay, that's better. Anyways, so... What was I saying? Yeah, I wanted to recreate I was originally gonna go for like a recreation of the original illustration, you know, like how other people do covers of, like, let's say King by Kanadia. They do a recreation of the illustration, but like make it their own at the same time. Also, NullO, you're oh, am I really quiet? Really? Wait, can you hear me? Way to bump up your audio. Okay, wait. Let me do this. Is this better? Am I audible? Am I good? Oh my god, that means that like the first couple minutes of the stream is me being a little quiet. Oh no! It's okay. We're working through this. Okay. So, I'm going to assume we're good now. Do let me know still in the in the chat if you guys am I still quiet or something. Is the background music okay too? That's better. I had my speakers like really way up before. Oh, okay, got it. All right. Well, I'm glad we worked this out. Okay. Again, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. I didn't do any audio check at all, and like proper audio check. So and it has been quite a bit actually since I last streamed and connected with you guys, so there's that too. But I'm glad we got that all fixed up. So as I was saying, initially I was gonna go I wanted to go for like a recreation of the original illustration, kind of like similar to what other people have done for their covers of other songs. Like we'll take King by the producer Kanaria. People do like their own take on the original illustration to make it their own. So that's what I wanted to initially do, and I even went as far as, let's see, can I see, do I have any, see, I like did like some like this is, I do like a really messy sketch, and then I kind of like block out the details a little bit, kind of like proportions, is that the word? And then I even had like a sketch ready in the process. So this is what it initially would have looked like. This is what the initial concept looked like. With like the window, and I want to like add a couple daffodils here and there, do like the little clouds from the Nebula of Creation kind of thing, or like the clouds I like to wear when I'm like in my little small form. And you know, and then it was, here's my outfit, like full-on outfit for those who want to see. Here are the shoes that I wear. So a little hat, and the hat also was gonna have like a little little flowers, daffodils, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, but then as I was like progressing on making the illustration, even like did like line art for this part and as a start, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. But like as I kept going, I just started to, you know, like when you start drawing something or making anything, and then halfway through you just suddenly don't feel inspired or motivated to keep working on it, even if it looks like the best thing ever. Like as you can see, I made it through like the whole line art stage, and I was gonna color everything, but then I was like, I'm not feeling motivated, and you know, I'm not feeling motivated to continue this, but I need to finish this project. So what I did was I ended up going back to square one, and I ended up working on a different sketch here, and as you guys can probably see in this folder, it's alternate, like the alternate sketch, just abbreviated to ALT. So yeah, and then like I worked on this, and this was gonna like be the initial pose. Me just kind of laying on the side, but then I was like, the more I thought about it, I think it was just me kind of overthinking it a bit too much. But like the more I thought about it, I was like, this pose doesn't make a lot of sense now that I think about it. At least from my perspective. So I ended up changing that pose to, do I have a sketch? I do have a sketch of it somewhere. Yeah, I do, it's right here. To this one. And I changed it up to this sketch, and I was like, good, okay, we'll go with this one. And then, oh yeah, no, I like even like started like outlining the details for the previous one, but again, as the more I thought about it, I was like, it doesn't make a lot of sense in practice. Again, this is me thinking about it way too much. But I was like, you know what, no, I want a different pose. So that's what I did. I ended up with this pose, and I was like, okay, this is good enough. What else did I did with this one? Oh yeah, and then I even like outlined the hat over here, did a little sketch where the hat would be. You guys can see, can you guys see that? Yeah. And then, of course, wow, English. And of course, we have the little heart here, the sketch of where I wanted to add the title of like the song, because again, the original illustration had the title of the song in it, and I was like, I kind of want to do something similar again, kind of something familiar yet fresh and brand new kind of thing, you know. So that's what I did. So this was the sketch, and then where am I? And then we go back over here. What is that? Okay. And of course, we go to this. That is just the. Oh yeah, I had like a little borderline thing over here, because initially the size of my canvas size was gonna be exactly like what you would have as, was it 1920 by 1820 or something, whatever the dimensions are for like YouTube videos. But then I saw on Twitter that there's an advice from someone that does MVs regularly, and was like, you want to do a bigger canvas, especially if you're going to do dynamic shots and like video editing and that kind of stuff. And the funny thing is, I was already thinking of that anyways, so that just kind of confirmed my thought process at that time. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do a bigger canvas, so here we go. So yeah, and then from there, wait, that's the background. Where am I? I'm lost. Where I don't know. Where is the other folder? Anyways, sorry, I distract myself sometimes. So, that's the outline. So we're just, you know. Okay, anyway, so after that's the background. So after we, you know, did like the sketch. Where is? Oh wait, it's right over here. Okay, so yeah, after we did a sketch here, this is why you try to label your layers. I just have a habit of not doing that, and it kind of backfires a little bit. Anyways, so after this sketch, we go into like, I have this whole folder with like the process of like outlining it. So I didn't even start with the background. I just started with like, sketching out like, you know, this. So, and that comes before the color. So, I don't know. I'm trying to remember all the steps I took here, but it's not. No, that's the color. That's also color. Oh, right here. This is where the outline's at. So I started with the, you know, like the line art and that kind of stuff. Yeah, this is why you label your stuff. So outline. I'll just hide that one just to make it a little easier to follow. Maybe I don't know. Okay, what's going on over here? Alright, there's the hair, and then right, because I later on like had to draw a variation of like the mouth, so I had to make a whole separate layer for the lips. And then, so yeah, like, you know, just do like stuff like do the whole line art, do the little details. We try to remember like the exact things I started drawing. So the eyes, and then I have another folder for lips. I don't know. Everything's kind of convoluted in this folder, but that's whatever. So I did like the lips. That's So yeah, it was a long story short. Yeah, it's like from here I just added all the details that I needed. So like the background assets, as I like to call them, and then like all the shabam. Again, this would have been a lot easier for me to like show if I was able to import the time-lapse video, but this is the next best thing that I could do. So So the little fun fact about like a lot of like the effects that I have here is that I actually took like, just gonna wait, what am I doing? Oh no, okay, we don't need that one. I took like, was it like a stock photo that I found on Clip Studio and added like the details, like the little these like, I don't know what to call it, like sparkly blue areas are like from an image. I think I have a copy of it actually over here. Can we can kind of see it over here, but it's this image. Because again, there's a whole deadline, and I was like, oh boy, how do I make this illustration look more complete and nice? And I was like, oh, I have an idea. I don't know if anyone's familiar with like washi tape art, but that's another thing I actually enjoy making is washi tape art. So I kind of took like the whole whatchamacallit, the whole process? No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Oh, the stars are actual stars. Yes, stars are actual stars. That's another cool thing. I mean, hey, I'm a soul on a cosmic journey of creativity, and I just happen to take on like what a form in my surroundings. So I mean, it's very fitting. And then another cool thing about like this is that it doesn't have to make sense. Because I think initially I was trying to make it more like, for lack of better words, make sense, like the whole composition, like again similar to the original illustration, like, oh, there's a window, the window's on the wall. The window doesn't have to be on the wall. It can be, I was like, you know what, I can lay down by the window. It doesn't have to make sense. Like, why is the window on the ground? Doesn't matter. I'm in space. I'm in a realm where it doesn't, for lack of better words, like it does, like it's unconventional or something, so it doesn't have to make sense. And that's the beauty of being creative, is like you could put a window in the middle of the sky and it doesn't have to make sense. I mean, I would like to think it has to be purposeful in a sense to make it more I don't know what's the word, to make it more interesting, you know, just like a purposeful, mindful, in a mindful way. But yeah, this is me rambling about other things, but yeah. Yeah, adding in textures from photos is a nice contrast. Yeah, no, exactly. And I personally like that style of, like, I guess filling in colors and whatnot, is adding textures from like photos. Obviously, it should be photos that you either take yourself or it's royalty-free photos. So I just say don't take photos. Don't use photos that you have absolutely no permission to use, kind of thing. But if it's like a free asset that's royalty free and it's out there for people to use, go for it. And I guess unless you have explicit permission from whoever took the photo, yeah, but I just say just go for the royalty-free stock footages. Those are like your safe bet. And that also includes with video editing. As you guys, another fun fact about like the MV, as you can see this background, can't really see, but if I did this and it did that, like the window, like in the back of the window is transparent, and in the video you guys can see like a little rain going down in the background. That's actually stock footage that I use. It's a rain stock footage, and also like the sparkles and whatnot. Because again, like in the song, it talks about a rainy day, and it's like the beginning, the first couple of lines of it is like something along the lines of like, I write your name. What's it? I write your name. Wait, speaking of which, I write your name on the window seal or something, and it talks about the. No, it was like as the rain falls down on the window, and then it says something along the lines of like, I write your name on the window, which I forgot to turn this layer back on. For those who read Japanese, it's gotta be a little funny, but for those who don't, tell me, like, what do you guys think this says? I know in the song it says, I write your name on the windowsill, so what do you guys think this says? I'm gonna give you guys like a hot moment to take a quick guess what it says. Like, is it a name or is it something haha funny kind of thing? Because I'll give that a moment, because I'm like, I was like trying to think, what do I write on the windowsill, because the song says I write your name on the windowsill, and I was like, I think I know what I want to write here, so I wrote this. I'll take a guess here. Take a couple seconds. Okay. Well, for those who know Japanese, you guys, it's probably pretty obvious, but for those who don't, wait, that's not a pencil. There we go. So, I'm gonna share this fun fact right here. Fun fact, this says, I'm gonna read it. Kimi no namae wa namae desu. And it just basically says your name. I literally just wrote the phrase your name because I'm just thinking that's a little funny. I think I'm a little funny. So because I don't know what name to write on the window. So I was like, I'm gonna just write your name and just be a little funny with that. So it's like this melancholy song, I can't English today. This song about unrequited love, and it's like, I write your name on the windowsill. I'm like, yes, I wrote your name on the windowsill. I'm funny. Okay, anyways, sorry if that wasn't really funny, but you know what? It's funny in my mind, and I think that's all that matters. But anyways, oh yeah, most of you guys would only see like this much of the illustration, but this is the full illustration. I have my legs here. It's just don't see my shoes, and of course we have like flowers and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I also another cool detail I'd like to point out. I wanted to like convey the message and story behind the song, so it's kind of like, in a way, like unrequited love, and basically like feelings of love that won't be reciprocated, and like it's kind of like in the song, like the singer tries to, time and time again try to like tell the person they have a crush on like their feelings, but they can't, for obvious reasons. So what I did was I did like little piles of letters and even crumpled up pieces of paper over here, and here's even like a little feather pen thing because I'm fancy like that, and just kind of to represent like those things unsaid and words that were never shared kind of thing. I could have written like little lines, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just leave it like that just because. But yeah, what time is it right now? Oh my god, it's been almost an hour now. But yeah, so I guess hopefully you guys found this interesting of me breaking down the illustration. Again, I was supposed to just show like the time lapse and kind of like go from there, but again, Clip Studio, Clip Studio right here doesn't, like, for some reason did not save that setting for me after I like saved everything, and I don't know, it's been going wah. Let me go back to the just chatting. Oh no, that was the wrong just chatting screen. I've learned another thing I learned about setting up OBS is you have like blank scenes as dividers, which I think is really cool, and I've been slowly but surely learning how to like do that more effectively. Like I legit just resetted my entire setup and started from scratch again because my previous setup for OBS was a bit too convoluted and messy. So yeah, anyways, I think that's all for now. I mean, I did the stream is technically says let's catch up. I guess I can update a bit of what I've been up to. Well, I've been up to, well, this music, the MV, but also I've just been, let's see, I've just been busy with a lot of things, like, and is we break a little bit of the fourth wall, like work and that kind of stuff, but that's given. And then I have more projects planned out for the next coming months, so expect another one coming up in March. I'm currently working on a song cover again for March, and that'll be, if I'm gonna have to give you guys an estimate time frame right here, let me pull out a calendar. So right now it's the 18th, so I'm gonna say the time frame for its release date will be March 14. No, for the premiere of the next upcoming cover song will be March 14 EST. If you're in JST time zone or something similar, it'll be the 15th for you guys. I have plans on the announcement to be at least teasers to be released around the 8th of March, I think, something along those lines. But do look forward to that, and I'll most likely do another stream again, just kind of breaking down and rambling about the whole process and whatnot of that cover. I do want to start streaming again regularly, but I just need to figure out more logistic stuff. That's good. Organizing is always helpful to make things easier. No, exactly, yeah. I feel like there are moments where I've been trying to rush things, where I'm like, because I'm excited, because I want to do things, you know, but I have to take into consideration what I currently have to work with. And, you know, again, like, can only do so much if you have, like, equipment that isn't, like, I don't know what's the word, like, super fancy, for lack of better words. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I guess compared to where I started to now, I guess I'd say I've gone pretty far so far. I don't know what do you guys think. But anyways, yeah, expect another cover coming up in March, the middle of March, and also a live stream a few days after that. We'll see. And I plan on doing more streams at some point once I can, you know, like, get something working. Considering the iPad, the software I'm using right now to share my iPad screen is doing pretty good. I might stick to mobile games for a little bit. I'll just have to think. They'll probably be a bit more on the Zatsudan or just talking stream kind of side of things. Nothing too fancy. So, because I've noticed every time I try to open up a PC game to stream, things either start lagging or just my computer at some point in time will start crashing, and I don't want to do that to you guys, having to be like, come to a stream excited to like come hang out or relax, and then suddenly technical difficulties happen and everyone is just kind of sad at the end of the day, including me. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have any recommendations for mobile games, actually let me know, because I'll most likely, I'm thinking about it somewhere. I think that'll be a good way to start streaming game stuff, and just for the sake of simplicity and making setup easier, I might just stick to YouTube for a little bit. Yeah, so streaming on YouTube for a little bit, just because like with OBS you have to like switch. It's a whole process, and I don't want to currently have to go through that whole process of readjusting my settings again before live stream, and then something happens because I forgot one thing. I'll have to think of some. Yes, please feel free to like send me recommendations for sure. Yeah. So far I have on my on my iPad right now, I have Pokemon Masters, Grand Blue, and Obey Me. We could play Obey Me. Like, I've actually kind of played Obey Me before, and I do like the game so far. It's like a little dancing thing, But oh wait, I also have Food Fantasy, which is another one, and there's a lot to do in Food Fantasy actually. So that could be another game we could like do sometime in the future. Probably like I don't know. I'll like start scheduling like a few gaming, just chatting streams, just to test things out as well, but also just to give you guys a heads up of when I'm streaming again, because I think that just works out for everyone. If, you know, I guess like just scheduling something and letting everyone know ahead of time what's going on just works, because everyone can like come and hang out. Let's see, we have how long of a stream are we at? Well, YouTube, what does it say? It says I think we're at 49 minutes? No. I mean, I wasn't expecting the stream to be long anyways. But yeah, we could probably do some drawing streams as well. I'll think of stuff, but if you guys have like suggestions, feel free to send them my way. Probably you can drop them in the comments here on the VOD. If we're mutuals, feel free to send me a DM. I think that'd be like an easy way to do it. Or I guess you guys can like set a comment in the tweet announcement for this stream as well. I know I linked that on the community tab. And can I just comment on the fact that community tab has opened up to both my channels, and I find that like a miracle, because before community tab was only exclusive to channels that had reached a certain subscriber milestone, but somehow YouTube has graced their like magic upon us by opening up community tabs for both channels, this channel and the main one, and I'm not complaining. I don't know if it's like a system error or it was just part of their whole thing when they were rolling out usernames, but you know what, I'm not complaining, because this makes communicating with everyone and all platforms a lot easier. And I mean, I'll try to use the community tab more as much as I can for those who don't have Twitter, but if you guys want like live updates for those who don't have Twitter, just come check out my Twitter page. Like, I don't think you even need an account to just look at someone's profile, I think. So, I do currently post most updates more frequently on Twitter, because it's just a lot easier, at least for me anyways. I do like drawing streams. Like, yeah, no, I like drawing streams too, though I'll do admit I do tend to be a little shy about that, but, maybe I can do something like requests. I mean, I could also work on projects as well on stream, but at the same time, for projects, I tend to, especially for cover projects, I tend to like to keep it a surprise for most people. And the few times I do post teasers is on Twitter, it's like little snippets and sketch whips, work in progress. But we'll see. I'll like think about it somewhere. I might start off with like request or something. But yeah, it's another stream idea that I've had in mind, was I've seen others do this too, is recording streams where like someone works on like a cover or records like music production, and like they're just there hanging with like the whole process of like recording like vocals for a cover. But the thing is, I tend to be a little shy, and I can tell you guys I take at least 3 takes of whenever I record a cover, because I don't know. I feel like I still need a lot more practice, but you know, yeah. So, but that could be a very far off future stream idea, especially whenever I have more confidence to perform in front of a live audience. Well, yeah. Oh no! Oh wait, actually, speaking of which, another stream idea that I've had is that I'm planning on doing probably like as a regular thing is karaoke streams, or just specifically more so practice singing practice streams. Kind of give me an excuse to just practice more, but also an excuse to stream some more. Originally, I was thinking of doing it on Twitch because it seems like, I guess for lack of better words, when it comes to copyright music, this is from my personal observation. I'm not saying this is like a whole widespread thing or whatnot. Again, personal observation. Like I've noticed, like with Twitch is a little more lenient when it comes to copyright music or something. Again, this is from personal experience and personal observation. I'm not entirely sure what the whole like moderation thing is, but all I know for a fact that on YouTube is a little more is a little more stricter when it comes to that. So if I'm gonna do like karaoke streams on YouTube, I'm gonna have to like probably like think about like the lineup ahead of time or something. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. But then again, I don't know if the YouTube algorithm will like catch my channel and be like, oh my god, copyright, cause music. I don't know. I'm still figuring out a lot of things, so there'll be a lot of me figuring it out and you guys just kind of tagging along. Practice, exactly. What time are we at? Okay, I don't know, I can't think of anything else. I guess that's kind of my updates and catching up. I don't know, I'm excited for what's to come. I hope you guys are excited. And again, Soul Friends community, feel free to send in suggestions for content, streams. I do want to like interact with you guys more. So, I mean, like, yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions for some, I don't know, interactable content, I don't know if that makes any sense, or streams ideas, let me know. I will plan stuff out. Oh my god. Oh wait, one more thing. I do have something, well, it's kind of tentative, but like I'm leaning more towards like, yes, I want to make it happen around this time frame, but again, things are still kind of up in the air. But there is something big I plan on doing for like around July. Big reveal. You could say it could be a official debut, but we don't know that yet. Guys. Just everything's up in the air. Just know that something semi-big might happen in July. And of course, as well as like a song cover that's also still up in the air, but it's still in the planning stages. So we have a lot going on for 2023. And I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. And I hope you guys enjoy a lot of like the stuff that I bring forth, because I don't know, I just enjoy creating, and it warms my little soul, me as a little soul, metaphorical heart, that like people genuinely enjoy what I create and that kind of stuff. And I'm just gonna continue doing my best, working hard to improve and deliver smiles or something like that. Alright guys, I guess I'll play the MV for you guys one more time. I will end stream here, and I'll leave you guys with the MV. This is NullO signing off. I will see you guys next time, at the very least next month, or maybe a lot sooner than that. We'll see. Keep an eye out on Twitter, because I might schedule another stream maybe next week. We'll see. Alright, jeez, revivi. Bye bye. Ayapapapa.
降り注ぐ窓の外、君の名前指でなぞった。今は誰と一緒にいるの？誰を見つめてるのだろう。どれだけ願っても君の隣に立てないのならば、きりとった思いを溶かすことができたらいいのに、優しい嘘で傷つけて、今はほんの少し君の近くに、せめて夢の中だけで名前を呼ぶことを許して。雨は強く切り裂いてゆくの、君とのつながりのすべてを、体に淡くなくなった歯車、二度と